Hello everybody, I am Marlisha, also known as Marlisha Muses. Welcome to my booktube channel, Marlisha's Meanderings. I want to wish everyone who is celebrating Mother's Day a happy Mother's Day before we get started. And today I am here because I have a book haul to share with you. So I want to share a book haul. It's a rather eclectic book haul. I'm kind of excited about it. And I don't think I've showed you any of these books before, so let's get started with it. The first book I got was given to me by Talia Nerds Out, for Easter, and I don't know if I showed this to you before. I can't remember if I've had a book haul between now and Easter. And it's called Forgiven, A Guide to Confession and the Exam and Prayer. So it's just a little book. For those of you who are Catholic, know about confession, this is just to help you to examine your conscience before you go in to confess. It's got some nice little pencil drawings in here. Let me see if I can show you pen and ink drawings. Let's see. Well, I saw one. Oh, there we go. That's kind of nice. Whoops. I am directionally challenged. And I apologize for being tongue-tied. For some reason, my tongue does not want to work. Okay. It's really eclectic. I've got a lot of different genres and things in here this time around. This was a hand-me-up from Talia, and it's J.R.R. Tolkien's The Silmarillion. I used to have a copy of this, I think, but I think I got rid of it because I wasn't at the place where I could understand it. Now I'm hoping I will be at the place where I can understand it. Look at this map. So I'm looking forward to seeing if I enjoy this a little better now that I've got some maturity behind me. There's a lot of open spaces in this. Let me see. Oh, I see. It's upside down. Okay. I was going to say there's a lot of open spaces, but it was upside down. Yes, I can read upside down, apparently. This is what I was talking about, but I was holding it like this, so it looked odd. That's The Silmarillion. So religion, fantasy. You've heard both Talia and myself talk about Timothy Zahn. I think he's an amazing writer. And this book is The Night Train to Rigel. I'm not sure how you say that. G before E, I guess it's soft. Maybe it's Rigel. I don't know. Night Train to Rigel by Timothy Zahn. It's the first book, I believe, in the Quadrille series, which is an absolutely amazing. If you like science fiction fantasy, this Quadrille series by Timothy Zahn is amazing. It has all kinds of neat stuff in it. I have it on Kindle. I'm hoping that if I have, because I have this one on hard copy, if I just read the one, I won't go off having to read the other three immediately. It's very addictive. It's a very fast read. Enjoyed it tremendously. This book, I think, we've been trying to navigate through Jane Austen. And by we, I mean me. She's already read it before. And this was kind of a fun find that she has. She bought one for me and she bought one for herself. It's called The Lady's Book of Etiquette and Manual of Politeness, a complete handbook for use of the lady in polite society. Let me get my glasses so I can read the little blurb at the bottom here. You can see the cover of the book. I am so directly challenged. Okay. It covers things like rules for the duties of both hostess and guests in visiting, evening parties and balls, full directions for correct manners, dress, deportment, and conversation. And this is by Florence Hartley. Let me see if I can find something here. Here's a short little blurb. Let's see what it says here. It's on page 153. There cannot be genuine good breeding to any happy degree where there's not self-respect. It is that which imparts ease and confidence to our manners, impels us, for our own sake, as well as for the sake of others, to behave becomingly as intelligent beings. There's all kinds of neat stuff in here. Some of it is a little dated in terms of it comes from a different era, but some of it would not be remiss in being reinstated. Talks about how to write letters, how to communicate, how to eat properly, all kinds of neat things. Do not begin to eat until others at the table are ready to commence too. This one made me and Talia smile. We're looking at this one. Never put poultry or fish bones or the stones of fruit upon the tablecloth, but place them on the edge of your plate. So I don't want to read any more of this because of copyright, but this is really, it's fun. I really am enjoying this. And this is one of those things you can just kind of pick up and just open, to any page and read. I mean, you can read it as a book if you want to, but it'd be fun just to open it up. So that's by Florence Hartley, The Lady's Book of Etiquette and Manual of Politeness. There. Now this one, I think it was a podcast talking about, no, I don't think it was a podcast. I think it was a video talking about Jane Austen and the other Jane Austen-like stories that have not gotten their due. And the author is Anthony Trollope. And this book is one of the authors that they mentioned. And I was really intrigued by Anthony Trollope based on what the video was saying. So Talia found a used book for me to purchase. I think it was on either Thrift Books or eBay. And the book is called Can You Forgive Her? And it's a lot thicker than I thought it would be. So I think it's in the same era as Dickens. I think they were contemporaries. And this book is, we got notes at the back here. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's a surprise. It's too bad I already did the video about surprises in books. That's a surprise. I have notes in a fiction book. But it looks like this is over 800 pages before the notes. The printing's pretty good size. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's hard to tell on my phone. But this is kind of along the lines of a Jane Austen type of story. He has several books, from what I understand. Now, I do have a question for you. I received this book, and Talia was mortified because I received this book with bent pages, and so you can see here, creased. Some of these were really folded over and bent. And I just straightened the pages and put them under some heavy books, and they've pretty much flattened out. I mean, they're still a little bit wayward, but I was kind of surprised to see that they were so badly bent up. And I was just wondering what you would do if you received a book, used or otherwise, that had really severely bent pages, or like there's some, here I'm gonna have to tape. I think this was done when they opened up the books, the packages to stock their books. But I don't know if you can see that there's tears here. Oh, let me see if I can see it. So I'm going to have to tape those. So what would you do if you received a book like that? Would you just fix it and go on with your life, read the book, whatever? Would you return it? Would you ding the person who sent the book in a review? How would you work that? For me, I'm just going to tape the pages and continue to try to kind of iron out, if you will, or press out the bent pages. But if you do it like this, you can see where the pages were all bent. I am looking forward to reading this, but it does need to be doctored a little bit. So that's more of a, classic, I guess you would call that. The next book I have here is Bernadette of Lourdes by Renée Laurentin, an introduction by Father Michael Hollings. It's about Bernadette Soubirous. She's the visionary who saw Our Lady of Lourdes. So I'm really looking forward to reading this because, oddly enough, even though I've seen the movie and I've read, I've heard about Bernadette many times, I haven't had a whole lot of nonfiction kind of, other than children's books. Like when I homeschooled, I didn't have a lot of exposure to Bernadette of Lourdes, even though she's one of my special saints. I can't see some artwork in here. I think that's an actual photograph. It is a photograph. black and white photograph. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can show you in here that's photography. Oh, here we go. When she went into the convent. So I'm looking forward to reading this as well. Oh, I got a little bookmark in there with it. So that's kind of fun. Here's a picture of Bernadette herself. This one, I've been wanting to read this forever. I've seen the movie, I think it's with Leslie Howard. It's called this Baroness Orsi, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. The Scarlet Pimpernel. And this is Dover Thrift Editions. Look at that cover. I like that cover. And this is during the French Revolution in 1792. The print is a little small, but nothing I can't read without my glasses. I mean, with my glasses. Without my glasses, I'd be in a little bit of trouble. Let me see. If I hold it far away, maybe. So, and there's no pictures in this one, but I'm looking forward to reading this. It sounds like a really good story because there's something, I don't remember what it was, that some kind of children's cartoon. I always get this mixed up with it because I saw it first. And so when I heard the Scarlet Pimpernel, I would think of that. And that's not true. But anyway, so that's a little humor. But I'm looking forward to reading that. And this one, I guess you would call historical fiction. By the same publishers, by Dover Thrift Editions, I've got St. John of the Cross's Dark Night of the Soul, which I've been wanting to read for a long time. I have his poetry. His Dark Night of the Soul might be in there, but I wasn't sure. And this book has a fairly long introduction, a few pages. Before we get into you have this much introduction of this small book. And then you have the Dark Night of the Soul itself, referring to a time when he felt, Dark Night of the Soul refers to a time when you feel abandoned by God. So, very interesting. I want to see what he has to say about that. Now we had spoken in one of the booktubes that Ty and I did together. One of the questions, one of the prompts was, what has any book impacted your life? You know, how did it, you know, change you philosophically or whatever? I'm misquoting the prompt, but you get the idea. And I had mentioned a book called The Warning by Christine Watkins. There, got it out. And in that book, they keep referencing, all the people in that book reference Our Lady of Medjugorje, who for a long time I've had a very ambivalent feeling about. I was very on the fence about her. And that book had made me rethink. And so I wanted to get some more historical and more nonfiction kind of information about her and what was going on there. So this book is called Messages and Teachings of Mary at Medjugorje. I'm not sure if it's called Medjugorje or Medjugorje, but it's by Renee Laurentin and Renee Lejeune. And I don't know if those are two visionaries or what, because I haven't read this yet. So this is going to give me some more information about Our Lady of Medjugorje, because I really do want to, you know, have a better understanding of her. And this is not a long book. The print is fairly large. So with that large print, it's only less than 400 pages. And I'm really looking forward. It's got appendices. It has a couple of appendix. Okay. Let me see here. It has questions. Ooh, it has questions and answers in here. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a study guide. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe Ty and I'll have to do this one together. That's really interesting. Surprise number 2 in the books. Well, that's cool. Our Lady of Medjugorje. It's Messages and Teachings of Mary Medjugorje. Chronological corpus of the messages. Body of the messages. Okay. Okay, I know nothing about this book. I really don't. I think it's fiction. Talia knows a lady on YouTube, not strictly speaking booktube. From what I understand, she goes through and she critiques like writing styles and things like that. I think she has experience with that herself, and so she critiques them in the movies, like the dueling scene in Princess Bride and all that kind of stuff. I think it's her. Talia can correct me if she's wrong in the comments. But the book is called Just Stab Me Now by Jill Borup. I'm not sure how you pronounce that name. Isn't that a pretty cover? And, oh, let's see. Well, the blurb on the back says, Caroline Lindley is determined that her new romance novel will be her best one yet. Fantasy, formal gowns, fencing, and of course, a 20-something heroine to star in an enemies to lovers plot, all with all of Carolyn's favorite tropes. But Lady Rosamund Hawkhurst is a 36-year-old widow. She has a war to stop and 2 children to get home to, and flatly refuses to take the correct approach to there being only one bed. What's the author to do, especially when discussions with her editor might reveal that he and Rosamund's hot enemy have some suspicious similarities? Based on her popular fantasy heroine YouTube short series. Oh, okay, here we go. Based on her popular fantasy heroine YouTube short series, Jill Borup, her name will be, I'll tag her below. Debut novel brings us the best of worlds, both meta and medieval inspired. As enemies to BFFs, Rosamund and Caroline learn what it means to be the hero of your own story. So it sounds really interesting, and I will try to remember to hashtag her so you can find her, because she is on YouTube. And these little sticky note things say things like, that's what you always say. Needs more knives. That's what you always say. Me too. Oh, I love this. So she's got Dear Borup. Right here it says, what is this? Where is my name? So I guess that's the character. 2 daggers. So look, 2 daggers right here. So I'm looking. This sounds like it'll be really funny. It sounds almost like you're part of the novel. I'm looking forward to this. I have to let you know what I think of it. This just came in yesterday, just before I decided I was going to do a booktube haul. And this is actually a devotional. I'm doing a consecration right now, so that's taking up my morning time along with Padre Pio. But when I'm finished with that, I'm going to be doing a meditation on the book of the Gospel of John. So this is called Abide in His Love, a meditation on John by Blessed Is She. You can find them on blessedisshe.net. It's got beautiful pictures in it. Places to write. I don't write in these books. I will write in a notebook in case I want to use it again, or if I decide I want to unhaul it, somebody else can use it, because when you write to these devotionals, sometimes they're personal and you don't really want to get rid of them if they have writing in them. You don't want to really share that. Look at this garden. Faith, you might like this garden. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this goes through all of the book of John. I'm not sure how long it will take me. Oh, I love this. I would love to be able to sit and read or knit or something here, provided there are no mosquitoes. Isn't that a beautiful place to sit? So that's my last book, my book haul. Kind of a medium-sized one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't usually have quite that many books. I wasn't expecting to be book hauling on BookTube, but I guess I'm kind of transitioning from Kindle to regular books for some of my books, and that's what you're seeing. So I thank you for joining me for this book haul, and I invite you to tell me if you find any of the books interesting. In the meantime, as I said before, I wish you all a happy Mother's Day if you are celebrating, and I thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again next time I BookTube. God bless. Have a wonderful day.